Hi guys, and welcome to Profiting Traders, where trading is a lifestyle. I just want to thank you guys for making it through all the course content and all the videos. I hope you enjoyed all the material so far, and I highly suggest that if you do not understand anything, whether it be in the videos or in the course content, that you please go over it again. And if you require more knowledge on it, I suggest that you do a little bit more research on your own. But I'm assuming that everybody understands everything that's happening in the course and all of the concepts that I've explained. And now we can move on to the strategy and how do we use all of this information. Okay, guys. So like I said before, this is or this these concepts rather are used on all markets and they can be applied on all markets, whether it's indexes, forex, commodities, uh, futures, etc. Okay, so these concepts can be applied on all markets. Okay, guys, so now we're gonna do the analysis. Okay, so we're gonna start off on the monthly time frame to get an overview. Okay, a larger overview to see what is happening. So we see the Nasdaq has been rallying for a number of months. Okay, so but now we just want to focus on the most recent price action. We see we had 3 months here of consolidation. Okay, first we created a all-time high and then we dropped and then we are consolidating within these past 3 months. Okay, so if we look, we had a drop in January and we see February we went lower, we went higher in March, and currently in April we are moving lower. Okay, so very simple stuff, guys. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Okay, guys, so on the weekly time frame, we're going to be looking at what is the current market condition. Okay, so what is the market doing on a weekly time frame? So we're going to use our 9 and 18 EMAs just to give us a view of the order flow. Okay, so we put on our 9 and our 18. And as we can see, the price is being below the 9 and 18 moving averages. Okay, the EMA, exponential moving average. And we see we broke it here and then we rejected again, moving lower. So clearly the order flow is bearish on the weekly time frame. That's just a hint for you guys to use if you cannot read the market structure right away. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do on our weekly time frame, guys, is we're going to mark off our key swing points. Okay, because we know that the Nasdaq is very volatile, it moves a lot. Okay, so if we have a look at this example here on this candle alone, we moved 1,269 points within 1 week, and that's a hell of a lot of pips, guys. If you're looking if you're looking at it on a pip perspective, that's a massive move. So we know that the Nasdaq can move this much within a week. So that's why we use the weekly time frame to indicate our range, our dealing range that we'll have for that specific week. So we want to mark out the most obvious. Okay, so this is going to be my swing low here, and this is going to be my swing high there. Okay, now we have this range, okay, to deal with. So the market can either break the high within the week or break the low within the week. We don't know, depending on fundamentals as well. So we say we came in at about 1,269 just for this week alone. So let's put that into context here, okay? For example, let's say this is our weekly candle where we currently are at now. And let's calculate 1,200. As you can see, we had 1,100 and 1,200 takes us above the previous swing high, and 1,200 takes us just about at the low. So the market can attack these levels within 1 week. That's why we have our weekly high and weekly swing low. So now we want to get the exact amount, okay? So we want to use pivots. So here we do not get any information. So I'm going to go into this candle and I'm going to look what is the high of this candle. And I can see the high is at 15,274.9. 15,274.9. That's the exact amount of my swing high. So I'm going to say weekly swing high. I'm going to label it there. Look at my swing low here. The low is 12,945.7. And let's call this our weekly swing low. Okay, so we're gonna get our open, high, low, and close here at the top. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got that, guys, we're gonna ask ourselves, is the next weekly candle likely to move higher, or is it likely to move lower? Okay, as we can see here, our order flow is bearish. Okay, so we have moved the past 2 weeks. 1, 2, we have moved lower, and now we're starting to move higher this week. So is this candle going to move higher or lower based on our analysis? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're going to zoom in. We're going to come down to a daily time frame. So we look at the daily time frame, guys. We ask ourselves the same question. What is the current market condition? Okay, so let's look here. So for the daily time frame, guys, a hint is to use the 20 and the 50 EMA for prolonged trends or to determine the strength or the weakness of the trend. So let's open our 20 and let's open our 50. So as you can see here previously, guys, we were trading all below the 20 and we were rejecting the 50, finding resistance at the 50, we were rejecting the 20 EMA here, here, and here, finding resistance at the 20 EMA. Then we finally broke through it on the daily time frame, created a high, and now we're currently trading back below the 20 and the 50 EMA, which indicates that we are still bearish in this market. Okay, very good. Okay, guys, so let's have a look here on the daily time frame. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to mark off our key swings as well. Okay, so let's look for the most recent key swings. So here I can see we have a swing low right here. And let's label that. Okay, so let's get the actual value of the swing low. Coming in at 13,734.1. And let's call that our daily swing low. Or our daily low. Let's call it our daily low, yeah. Okay, great. And where's the most obvious high? Okay, let's look there. And we can see we have a high here. Okay, so that's our dealing range for today, okay? So let's get the actual amounts coming in at 14,302.5. And we'll call that our daily high. Okay, guys, so now that we have the level there, we can also look for levels of support and resistance or zones, okay? So I can see here for my weekly swing high, I have a level of resistance, okay? So we'll mark that out there. Okay, so as you can see, price rejected there, broke through, and resisted there, traded lower, came back, found resistance there, and traded lower. So we can see that this is a valid point, okay, or a valid zone of resistance. So we'll label that there. We'll call this our daily SNR level. Okay, H4. We'll just change that there to daily. Okay, so we've got that zone there for us. And let's look if we can see something else that jumps out to us. As you can see, this high here is equivalent to this, or rather equal to these highs here. So we don't have to draw this out in time, so that's fine. Let's remove that. Okay, so now that we have our dealing range for the day and we are bearish, okay, so we're going to be looking at what the market is doing on these smaller time frames.